morning. It is Titanium Man and his faithful companion, Magneto. You're too busy listening to the song. So I'm Magneto. Titanium 2 and the Crimson Dynamo. They just couldn't let it go. She was a road. Happy birthday, Ringo. From Magneto and my Titanium Man. She was involved in a robbery and it's wrong all over the Main Street. And of course, that's Paulie's song. She's the lost star criminal. Pick it up. I'm blocked. It's alright. I need a sign now. Time to go. Together off on the road. Oh no. And of course, that's the lovely Linda. And then it occurred to me, you couldn't be bad. Magneto was mad. Titanium 2, Crimson Dynamo. It just couldn't let it go. He was a rogue. Might be my favorite song by Paul and Linda. Might be. Also Hell on Wheels, but that one. Happy birthday, Richie. If not for you, George, the Beatles would not exist. So give your Lena a great big kiss. We don't care if John gets mad. He'll get over it like he always does. Thank you, Bob, for this song. And George likes to cover it too. If not for you. If not for you, John, if not for you, I'd be in bad shape, baby. Yeah. You're really helping me this morning. Thank you, honey. Thank you for being on board for physical therapy. Do you want to... Why, you want to turn George? I don't mind. Go ahead and turn it off. Happy birthday, Rich. Happy birthday, Richie. Richie, baby. 85. Who the fuck? This is a reminder, everyone, at 12 noon, which is just a little ways away, this Monday morning, July 8th. I'm going to kill you if you really don't know. I believe your birthday is July 8th. I believe so. It is Richie's request that everyone do love and peace, or stop whatever they're doing. Give the peace sign however way you choose. Draw it. Put your fingers up in the air. Say love and peace, everybody. And happy birthday to the best drummer in the world, Ringo Starr. Because if not for you, well, we all know. Yeah, Pete Best would have been a happy guy. Oh, stop. Let's talk about that. Actually, we'll first share this, though. This is a great album. This is the one to get. All of his albums are good. Richie, I agree. But you got to get this, the very best of Ringo Starr. We've been listening to this morning. Actually, we listened to the whole thing. And these songs that came on afterwards happen to be the other boys on them too. But this is a great album. It is free on YouTube. Go listen to it. Listen, so... want to talk about who? Pete Best? Yeah, let's just say that I've made good on his behalf many times over. You, Ringo, we all have. We all regret possibly ruining his life. And yes, this week we're still talking about suicide. This is not to take away from the birthday celebration or from anything else. Independence Day or... But Pete definitely considered suicide more than once. And our thoughts have always been with him. And including Richie's, probably... Hi, George, that's you. Yeah. Richie's thoughts more than anyone. Like, I can't help but thinking about that poor bastard. When everything was happening for us, there was always kind of a sadness around Richie that had to do with taking Pete's job away, essentially. This is all of us speaking as a collective. Okay. This is all the Beatles piping in. See if anyone can guess who's saying what. Yeah. Just an idea. I like a challenge. Yeah. Ah, damn it, Lena. Can you not move your arm while we're doing it? All right. We set you up good with a good posture here for this video, and now you got to stick to it. Stop moving around. But John, John told you this morning you got to get up and move around. Oh, I believe you did that. And yeah, 555 just passed. Yeah, it still behooves you to check the numbers now and again for confirmation. You can do that as often as you like. That's not, Lena, in your case, it is not an obsession. It's simply reconfirmation and validation whenever you're feeling a little bit leery about anything that we out here have to say to you. A little known fact is that May Pang also considered suicide. God is the great scoreboard. All of these things have become well known to us. Matters not what the media has been told or what they have to say, or even old interviews by us intimating that we don't care about such things. They're not to be taken seriously in the least. The last thing out there that you guys should do is, put it this way, if those type of comments that we are unfeeling or uncaring or wish we could make things right with anybody that we have somehow emotionally especially harmed in any way. We never harmed anyone physically. I shouldn't say that. Yes, Paul, that's right. Now we're talking to Paul. Yeah. I know for a fact that May Pang has had suicidal feelings. Pete Best also suicidal feelings. Jimmy Nicol also suicidal feelings. All for having had a taste of our world and our friendship, and then having everything ripped away from them, especially having wealth and recognition and love from the entire world in the measure that we ended up having it, right? Just by some measure, they've all had love by association with us. But I'll tell you something right now. Yes, Richie. That's not the kind of love you want. That is not a valid love because you had a place in the Beatles' history. It counts for really nothing. People say they love you. Oh, we love you, May. Oh, we love Pete Best. We feel for him. Oh, Jimmy Nicol. By some measure, they've all by different measures. Yeah, I would have to say, this is Lena, right? From the looks of things, really, May Pang has by far exceeded love by association, yes. So has far exceeded May, probably, but not by much. Cynthia, right? Julian, tremendous amount of love for Julian out there. Not quite so much for Sean. He gets the guilt by association of being the son of John, but oh, woe is me, Yoko, who people have decided to hate by association. She has some love from the Beatle people. She has garnered by far the most hatred in the Beatles logbook for love or hate by association with the Beatles. Here's an interesting fact about suicide coming into this again. Yoko was suicidal and was hospitalized for attempted suicide and for suicidal thoughts long before she ever met John. Mm-hmm. Before they ever knew who each other were, Yoko was in a psych ward for attempted suicide. It's how she met her first husband. He wasn't a fellow patient. He was her biggest fan. He adored her art, her conceptual art, and her books and her writings and her example of avant-garde artistry. And when he found out that she was in the hospital, he made it a point to run to her side, a stranger. Tony Cox was a stranger. The father of Yoko's first child, her daughter, Kyoko, was a complete and utter stranger who absolutely adored her for being the brilliant artist he perceived that she was. And he wooed her in her hospital bed as a visitor that she did not know until he started to come visit her. Once she was released for her own recognizances and deemed safe to herself, her depression ran very deep. She had a lot of issues with her parents, with her upbringing, with feeling unloved, with feeling scared, with feeling also unappreciated as an artist that she really took seriously, and well, she should. Yoko is an amazing individual for many reasons, but when she got involved with John, after amicably separating from her husband, yes, it was amicable. Her first husband had someone on the side too, and they ended up divorcing quite willingly. And that's another story, that relationship, Yoko and Tony Cox. But when she got involved with John, she suddenly was the target for the kind of hatred that would make an ordinary, self-consumed person and a fragile person who had already been hospitalized for severe depression, suicidal depression. Yeah, we're talking about Yoko Ono. The kind of hatred she received for being the new love in John's life was the type that would cause I think many people to contemplate suicide. She did not. She loved John very much, and she saw their future together as something to look forward to, regardless of what anyone thought about her. And she had these nasty sentiments blasted at her in the newspapers, in the headlines every day. You're ugly, you're a user, you're a negative influence, you took him away from his loving wife, Cynthia, you are garbage, you're a Jap. You're an ugly Jap. You're too old for him. He's lost his mind because he's with you. Creepy Jap. I don't know if that was me and I had been in that position with her, I probably would feel like killing myself. It would be very painful for me no matter how much I loved him. That's what I thought. But I don't think that anymore, because I gave up my entire life back in 2014. I officially gave up on the intimacy in my marriage to Christopher. I gave up on my dysfunctional family, ever trying to get them to love me. The way deep inside I felt I had always deserved to be loved, but instead I was treated like absolute garbage. I gave up on all of that. And I even gave up on people who I thought were my friends when I found out that they would and could not support my relationship with John. And the very best of those friends didn't think I was crazy. They knew I was talking to John because they knew that I was a spiritual channel. They had known it for a long time and treated me with respect and bragged about knowing me, and they thought I was a great musician. They'd come to all my shows. This certain group of friends that I really thought loved me unconditionally and saw something special in me. They were the last to go, but go they did. And the reason they went was because they didn't want me talking to John. They said, he's using you? Yes, they believed me. They didn't think I was crazy. They said, John's not a good guy. If you look at what the media has said about him in the past, he's a wife beater. He's all the things that you escaped from many years ago, Lena. And he's tricking you because he knows you love him because you're a big Beatle fan. He's just tricking you because he's an evil entity and he wants to take over your life. And he wants to take you away from us, the people you love. And John said, I have one thing to say about that statement that all your buddies are making, and I won't push the point. But they keep saying the people you love, Lena. Not one of them has said the people who love you. That's supposed to be them. Lena, we love you. What are you doing? Those words never came. All they can say over and over is, you love us, Lena. Don't do this to us. Now he's your best friend. It doesn't make sense. He's getting you to stop drinking. Don't do that. You're our drinking buddy. Lena, what is he doing? He's getting you to do all these things so that he can have you to himself because he's an evil... John Lennon is an evil spirit. You don't see it. You just love that he's a rock star and that he's paying attention to you. Yeah, this was the kind of shit they were saying to me. And really all John had to say were those words. Where's all this love for you, Lena? All they keep saying is, what are you doing to us? You're taking your love away from us. You're supposed to love us. Yeah, it was a very, very, not confusing because there was no contest. Because out of the whole bunch of them, the only real love I felt was from John. He wanted me to be sober, ultimately. He wanted me to pray and find God and Mother, again, especially Mother, because I had such an aversion to the concept of motherhood because of the way my mother treated me. In the name of so-called motherly love, she abused me so profoundly and made me feel so unloved and worthless my whole life. Saying, I'm helping you. You need to hear these things about yourself, Lena. Oh, do I need to hear about how my father should sodomize me too? I guess so, because you seem to be right on board with that. You just kept leaving me alone with him my whole childhood. When I begged you not to do it. Please don't leave me with him. He's gonna hurt me. Don't you dare say those things about your father. He loves you. It's mean. What are you saying about him? He's your father. Profoundly sick people, and these are the people that they were all saying to me, but you love us, Lena. What are you doing to us? You've always accepted us and loved us back. No matter what we did to you. No matter how we made you feel. No matter how we damaged you. You always loved us. Now you don't. That's not allowed. You're ours to do what we want you to do. Make us feel special. And John never did that. Not once. His first question to me was, I want you to be comfortable, Lena. How can I make you comfortable? What can I do? I'll leave even if I make you uncomfortable, but you have to know that I'm still here. But if my presence is troubling you, I won't be much of a bother. But Lena, I've never left you. I'm incapable of doing that because I am you and you're me. And I love you. And you love me even if you don't know it yet. But the thing is, I always knew it. And I still know it. Happy birthday, Richie. Thanks for the memories. I love you, sweetheart. I love you, too. Thank you, Mother and Father, for guiding me to the light. Thank you.